Hi everyone, welcome back to Beauty Beyond 40. If you're new here, my name is Trina, I'm 48 years old, and I make videos mostly about beauty devices, but today's video is a little bit different because it's all about my latest Cosmelan chemical peel. And the reason that I chose a peel over a device is because I've never found any device that comes close to how incredible the Cosmelan peel is in terms of getting rid of melasma and hyperpigmentation on my face. So if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I suffer from melasma and hyperpigmentation, and I have for years. And I'm always doing demos of devices on my bare skin, and my skin will show splotches of melasma like on my forehead, on my jowls, and I'll have hyperpigmentation all over my skin, especially in the summertime when I'm traveling and I'm on the water in the ocean sailing. It gets really bad. And I have tried devices that will work a little bit. For example, my red LED devices help, microneedling can help, but I've never found anything like the Cosmelan peel. It literally obliterates all of my melasma and all of my hyperpigmentation. My skin has never looked better since I got this Cosmelan peel. And I'm gonna walk you through the process of getting this peel, how it was different from the first one I got. I did get one a couple years ago, and I'm starting to do one every year because it's the best maintenance plan for my melasma and hyperpigmentation. So I'll talk you through that process and why it was better than the first time. I'll tell you about the cost, because this peel is very expensive, but there's a reason why it's very expensive. And I'll also share with you all the skincare that I used along the way. So I got the peel last December of 2023, and as of the end of February 2024, I've completed the peel. So now we're into March. So this peel does take quite a long time to go through the entire process. And I was posting on my other social media channels, on Instagram, on TikTok, and actually on my YouTube shorts, I was posting along the way to keep you updated, but this video is going to be a full summary from beginning to end so that you can figure out what does this peel do and is it going to be right for you? So first of all, let's talk about what is the Cosmelan peel. The Cosmelan peel is a professional depigmentation peel. You go into a professional setting. I went to the Things We Do. I guess you could call it a medical spa. It's a place where you get professional treatments. There's estheticians there, and I actually worked with a nurse there named Janae. She was fabulous, and I'll tell you more about her later. The professional, whether it's a dermatologist or an esthetician or a nurse, will apply the chemical peel to your face. And this peel is a depigmentation peel. So it goes deep into your skin to get rid of the pigment, and it works a little bit deeper than other peels because it's addressing the root problem of your pigment. So it is a little bit different from other peels like a TCA peel, for example, which I know is really popular in the community. And I think that peel is for pigmentation, but it's also for anti-aging. Whereas the Cosmelan peel is strictly a depigmentation peel. But it obliterated all of my melasma and all of my hyperpigmentation and left my skin just looking like glass porcelain skin. And it is incredible to watch the process. The peel is targeting your pigment, so it might start to look a little bit worse before it gets better. The pigment is coming to the surface as it's peeling off through the whole process. You get the peel, you leave it on for 10 hours, and then you wash it off, and then you wait for a set period of time, 72 hours, and then for the rest of that 30-day period, you're doing a home peel. So you're applying a lower strength peel to continue the process for the rest of those 30 days. After that 30-day period is up, you go back in again for a second layer of the professional level peel. And I have had 2 Cosmelan peels before, and every time I've had 2 layers of the professional peel. People say this peel is really expensive. It was $1,000 this time around, and then the last time I got it, I think it was $800. So that was a couple years ago, and we all know that inflation is everywhere. So I wasn't surprised that the price had gone up at this new place that I went to, the Things We Do. Then after you do the whole process again, you do the professional level peel, go home, leave it on for 10 hours, then wash it off, and then you wait again for 72 hours or whatever the esthetician tells you, the instructions they give you, and then start up with the home peel again. So I did the home peel to finish out the rest of January and through February. So people say this peel is really expensive. It's more expensive than others. Well, it lasted from December 5th of 2023 through the end of February 2024. So it is a really lengthy process. You're using the peel for that entire time. You're getting 2 professional level peels and you're getting the home peel, and that's why it's expensive. It's very involved and you're using a lot of product. People ask me, does it hurt? When you get the professional level peel, it doesn't hurt. When it starts to hurt is when you wash it off and then you wake up the next morning, and then my face was really red and it started to hurt. And I don't have sensitive skin, so it was a shock to me to have my skin red and uncomfortable. So if you have sensitive skin, maybe the professional that gives you the peel may tell you to leave it on for a shorter amount of time, or they might give you a different protocol. But my protocol that I was sent home with was based on my skin type and my experience and my level of melasma and hyperpigmentation. Janae gave me detailed instructions. She sent me an email. I printed it out so that I could refer to it and make sure that I was doing the home kit properly, because you have to be using a soothing cream after you apply the peel. You have to be really careful to use an SPF 50, a tinted mineral sunscreen. And they give you a kit to take home. This is the home peel. It is almost done because I'm all done with the process. But it looks just like the professional level peel, but it is a home level peel, so it is not as strong. But you need to keep using it at home because the depigmentation process takes a while. So they send you home with the peel and then they have a sunscreen and a cream. I threw those away because I could not stand the way they smell. They're heavily fragranced, and when your skin is so raw and it's so dry and it's peeling, the last thing that I want to do is put a fragrance product on that because it just feels irritating. And so I'm gonna walk you through the balms that I loved and the skincare that I loved and all of the SPF 50 that I love to use. I'm going to give you a Cosmelan peel update. I just woke up and my skin is pretty red and it's so dry and flaky and tight around my mouth. This is the area that's been the hardest this time. It just feels like your face is on fire and it's so itchy and tight. It feels like you just started tretinoin and you've been incorporating it into your skincare routine. That's what it feels like really tight and like flaky and burning. It also kind of feels like you were out skiing and you have windburn on like the lower portion of your face where you weren't wearing your goggles. So I'm gonna show you the skincare products that I've been using that really help to soothe my skin. My top product I've been using is this Ren Overnight Recovery Balm. It is so amazing. It's this really thick balm product that makes my skin feel so much better. It's called their Ever Calm Overnight Recovery Balm for sensitive skin. The other product that I've been using that the esthetician actually recommended, who gave me the peel, is this Avene, I think that's how you say this brand, Sycophate Plus. I'm not really sure how to say it. This is a restorative protective cream for sensitive, delicate skin. This also feels amazing. I like how easy it is to apply from this tube, so I've actually been bringing this with me when I leave the house in case my skin gets really dry and I need to put a layer of this on. You can see it's just this thick kind of balm type product. So those are my top 2 products, but I've also been trying some other products. This Ultra Repair Cream from First Aid Beauty is really great. It's intense hydration with colloidal oatmeal. It's a skin protectant. I used this last time. It's a really nice hydrating cream, but the first 2 balms I showed you are my favorite. I've also been using this other serum balm from Mount Lay. It is the Calming Herbal Repair Serum Concentrate Balm. The balms are the products that I think work the best because they're soothing and super hydrating and really thick. This one's almost gone. I really like this one. This Audacity Blue Balm came at the perfect time while I'm recovering from my Cosmelan peel. It has blue chamomile and shea butter. Here's a close-up of my face looking all dewy and glowy. I'm obsessed. It is day 18 of my Cosmelan peel and my skin is looking pretty amazing. I think that almost all of the melasma and hyperpigmentation is gone. Today's video is an update to share with you all of the sunscreens that I have been using with my Cosmelan peel. So I have some clean, fragrance-free sunscreens here. You want it to be mineral, you want it to be tinted. And so this one I've been using, I'm obsessed. It's my favorite one. It's a mineral sunscreen from Bloom Effects. It's the Tulip Dew Vitamins and Mineral SPF 50, and it is zinc oxide 12%. The reason why you want physical sunscreen or mineral sunscreen is that you want the sunscreen to sit on your skin and block out any sun, as opposed to chemical sunscreen that's going to absorb into your skin. You don't want to use that type of sunscreen while you're doing a chemical peel. And it's important that it's tinted so that you get extra protection from the sun, because if you have melasma, you know how stubborn it is. I'm always wearing my sun shield while I'm outside. There are moments where I lift up my sun shield or I take it off for a second, and I want to make sure that my skin is always protected. And also, I'm sitting here in my bedroom, there is sunlight coming in, so I just am always wearing sunscreen anytime during the day. And this is why peel season is generally in the winter months, because it gets dark around 4:45, and then you don't have to worry about exposure to the sun and wearing your shield and putting on your sunscreen because it gets dark really early. So this one I love because it's really, really hydrating, and you can see I'm wearing it now. It just gives a nice glow and it just feels so soothing and hydrating on my skin. It's my top pick. And the second one is one that my dermatologist recommended. It's Tizo 3. It's SPF 40, which she said is okay as long as I reapply it every couple hours. It's titanium dioxide 8% and zinc oxide 3.8%. She said that zinc oxide is really important when I'm recovering from a peel. I like it because it's a primer sunscreen and it makes my skin look less wet, and I look more like I'm wearing makeup and less like I'm wearing a balm on my face. And the last one that I've been loving is by Naked Sundays. This is an Australian brand. This is SPF 50 plus. It's zinc oxide 22.75%. It's thick and hydrating, and I just feel really protected when I wear this. And it gives me more of a matte look, but not as matte as this. So I like that there's different formulas. This one is ultra glowy. This one is more on the matte side. And then this one is the most matte because it's a primer. But my favorite for sure is this one, especially since that dewy, glowy look is in. So this one is really on trend. And of course, everywhere I went, I used my Bluestone Sun Shield, and I cannot recommend that more. It's an incredible solution to just keeping your face protected from the sun, and your face is really red, and if you don't want anyone to see you, you're all set. You just put on the shield, you can drive with it, walk the dog, go anywhere you need to. And I wore that shield everywhere all day. I didn't let the sun touch my skin throughout this whole process. It's just an essential, especially since I just spent $1,000 on this peel. I want to make sure the results last. In addition to these balms and all the skincare that I love and recommend that you use during the recovery period, I wanted to show you one thing that I didn't make any content about, but I highly recommend. It is this cryo mask from Charlotte Tilbury. It's called the Cryo Recovery Face Mask, and you put it in the freezer and then you take it out of the freezer. It goes around your face and your neck, and this feels so amazing and cooling against your skin. During those first few days of recovery, your face is so red and it burns and it feels so tight. It feels like a sunburn or a windburn. That's what it feels like. And so having a cryo mask feels amazing. This thing is great. It's also really great at depuffing, and it has these acupressure balls on it. So it's a great mask to have even if you don't have a peel, but this thing is awesome. You can also take a face roller and put it in the freezer, or maybe ice globes and put those in the freezer would be amazing. But basically you want anything cold. Anything cold is amazing, and you don't want anything hot. I didn't want anything hot near me while I was recovering. The other thing that I did this time around, which was a lot of fun, I found these really, really fun face nets that I could place over my face, because I was recovering from this peel during the holiday season, and there were holiday parties, New Year's parties, Christmas parties, and I wanted to go out with my friends, and my face was literally peeling off. It's uncomfortable, I think, for people to look at because they want to like pull it off your face. So I found these couple of face nets, and they looked really fun. You can style it with the outfit that you're gonna wear it with. This one's a headband, and you kind of just pull it down, and it just gives your face a little cover when it's red and it's peeling. I thought this was just a really fun thing to do, and I recommend it if you want to go out and you want to cover the fact that your face is peeling off, this one is little barrettes that you clip into your hair, and you can, this one's a little bit better because it covers more of your face. And I'm calling this peel fashion. So I'll leave links to these if you want to buy these. They're very inexpensive and just a lot of fun. Someone asked me on social media, they asked me, how come your results are so much better this time? I remember when you got it last time and you still had a lot of melasma left over. And that's true. I thought that was so interesting that this time it worked so much better. So I will say, without a doubt, it does matter where you go. The first place that I went was Beauty Park Spa in Brentwood, California, and the esthetician that gave it to me, I just don't think that she had as much experience with the peel. And where I went this time at the Things We Do with Janae, she had just done the Cosmelan peel on herself. So she really had experience and her skin looked amazing. And the difference was that she followed the protocol that was in the instructions that came with the home kit and had me putting on the peel 3 times a day for that first 30-day period for as much as I could handle. There were some days where it just got so red and flaky around my mouth that I couldn't put it there 3 times a day. And I believe for the second 30 days after the second professional peel, it's 2 times a day. You don't need to memorize it because you will get instructions and a protocol for you, specifically for your skin. But the first time I got it, the esthetician told me, oh, it might be really painful or your skin might be really dry. So just put the home peel on once a day. You can skip a day if you want. So I followed those instructions and it was different from what was in the instructions of the kit, which I thought was weird. But I was like, she's a professional and I'm gonna follow her guidelines because I don't wanna mess up my skin. I am really conservative and I don't do something I'm not supposed to because I wanna get the best results. While it turns out if you don't use the peel enough at home, the peel can't do its job completely. So it worked. I got rid of a lot of my melasma and hyperpigmentation, but this time around, I have never seen my skin look so clear. I used it just like Janae told me to, 3 times a day or 2 times a day based on the instructions she sent me home with. But the second difference was that when I got it at Beauty Park, when I went in for the second professional peel, she only spot treated where I had some spots that were stubborn on my face, whereas Janae put the whole layer back on my face. She's like, we're going for it. Let's get you that full level professional peel again. And so we went for it and it was really intense going through that again. So my recommendation to you is that if you are gonna get a Cosmelan peel, pick a place that has someone with experience that has done this before, either on themselves or on someone else. Ask them for a before and after photo so that you can see the results, see if you're gonna be happy with it. If you're in LA, I highly recommend you go see Janae. She's on Abikini in Venice. She is fabulous. I will continue to go to her. If I get another one, I'll probably get another Cosmelan peel this winter and I'm for sure gonna book Janae again. And the second thing is while you're getting the professional peel, I would open up the instructions for the home peel and read the instructions, read how many times does it say you should put the home peel on. And then if the professional is recommending something different from that, I would ask why. Because I pretty much followed the instructions in the home kit that matched with what Janae was telling me to do, which was 3 times a day. And the other place was saying 1 time a day and you can skip a day, and you can see why it didn't work as well. So if they're gonna take you off protocol, ask why. Like maybe she thought my skin was really sensitive, but when I didn't follow the instructions, it didn't work as well. So I really think it does matter where you go when you're doing a chemical peel like this. And I think that might be obvious to a lot of you who get injectables or who do other professional peels. I think it matters the person that you go to. And this is something new for me because I do everything at home to myself. So I didn't really realize the importance of finding the professional whose results you're really going to trust. So that was a learning experience for me and wanted to make sure that you knew that before you go in if this is gonna be your first chemical peel. So it is a really intense peel. It's really time consuming. Leading up to it, I think I didn't use any tretinoin for a couple of weeks. I tried to really baby my skin by using really hydrating skincare, ceramides and hyaluronic acid and balms and just getting my skin prepared. I didn't use any heat-based devices at home leading up a few days before. And then certainly during the peel process, I didn't use any heat-based devices because that would just hurt so much. But what I did use a lot of was my LED devices. I used red and near infrared, and I really found that to help the healing process. And I also used my Lima laser while I was going through the healing process. Because I was using a lot of balmy, really hydrating products, I could use the Lima laser because it's a cold laser, and I really found that to really help with the recovery process. So red LED and my Lima laser, and then I did use microcurrent here and there because that's a healing modality that doesn't have heat as well, and I wanted to make sure that the rest of my face wasn't drooping over this long period of time from December through the end of February. I wanted to make sure that I was keeping up with my device routine so that all the hard work that I do to maintain my results while I'm using and testing all these devices, I didn't want to go backwards. So those were the devices that I used. I didn't use any of my near lasers because that's heat-based, no radio frequency because that's heat-based, no microneedling, of course, because I don't want to poke holes in my skin while my skin is really, really red and irritated and flaking off. But I did use Lima laser, microcurrent, and red LED. Now we're in towards the end of March, and my skin, yes, I have makeup on, but my skin is still looking incredible. And the first time I did this peel, my skin was not looking this good. So I really think it matters to be using the home peel consistently per the instructions, to be getting that second layer of the professional peel, and to really protect your skin with SPF 50 and the shield, because my results are lasting longer than last time. And yes, my melasma and hyperpigmentation are going to come back. I think that's inevitable. I think that a lot of my melasma comes back just from heat. I have noticed a little bit that's coming back up here along my hairline, and this area never sees the sun. Like, this is always covered by a hat or a shield. Always, always, always. I always have SPF, but I'm always wearing a hat, and I haven't been using any beauty devices in this area just to be safe. So no near infrared just to test that area, and no heat-based devices just to isolate to make sure that I'm not getting any melasma or hyperpigmentation coming back. And I am getting some coming back, like right here. It's really, really faint. So I think it's from heat, just my body temperature rising and being outside, walking my dog, and having a hat on. I think the heat is just flaring it a little bit. So that's something to keep in mind. It's not bad, but I'm watching it because a lot of you ask me, aren't you worried now that you're using your Nira lasers? Aren't you worried about the melasma coming back? Well, I've been doing a month test of my Nira Pro all over my face, using it every single day for a month, and it has not come back. My melasma has not come back anywhere except for here, and like slight hyperpigmentation is coming back in this area just from normal exposure from the sun. I asked Janae, should I keep wearing my shield? And she's like, Trina, you gotta live your life. So just make sure you're wearing a physical SPF 50 or a mineral SPF 50 that's tinted and get on with your life. So I can see why some of this is coming back. It's very, very slight. It's nowhere near as bad as it used to be. And if I really did want to have none come back, I'd have to wear my shield every day. People were teasing me in the neighborhood, calling me Space Lady, and it was funny, but it is kind of a funny thing to be wearing a face shield all the time. So I got sick of it, and I'm not wearing that anymore, but you could keep wearing it if you really wanted to get no hyperpigmentation coming back. My maintenance plan includes the SPF 50 and applying that several times throughout the day. I actually always bring a mineral SPF product in my bag every time I leave the house. It's a brush on, and I will put it on the lower portion of my face throughout the day because I really want to minimize the flare-ups of hyperpigmentation and melasma in this area. And I'll brush it on the back of my hands too because, as you all know, I have these really annoying spots here that I cannot get rid of, and I don't want them to get worse. So I brush on that SPF on the back of my hands and the lower portion of my face. And what I'm gonna do this summer, if I'm ever in the sun or I'm on the water or I'm on a boat, I'm going to use these sunscreen patches from Franz, and I am going to put these patches on my gels where my melasma comes back pretty intensely and on my forehead where it comes back. And I'm gonna test using these and see if that will help, because that is really what made my melasma come back really bad last summer. And I was like, whatever, I'm getting a peel in a few months, I'm just gonna live my life. Well, it was really bad, and a lot of you were commenting like, what happened to your skin? And the sun is what happened to my skin. So I'm going to be really diligent, of course, with wearing my sunscreen, and if I go to the beach, I'll bring my shield, and I am gonna be wearing these patches this summer. So if you are thinking about getting the Cosmelan peel, I hope this helps you to see that there's a lot of downtime. Your face is gonna be red and peeling for a really, really long time. It's not just a peel that you get and then a couple days later you're good to go. I had so much downtime, but because it's my job to test devices and peels like this, it wasn't a big deal for me because I'm a YouTube creator and I was testing it for work. But if you have to be in meetings or on camera, or you're worried about how your skin is going to look in public, or if you need your skin to look a certain way, just make sure you consider that, because your skin is gonna look really rough, red, dry, flaky for quite a long time. So I hope that helps. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comments below. I'd be really happy to answer them, because this is the second time I've gone through it and I'm absolutely obsessed with the Cosmelan peel. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like, share with a friend, leave a comment, and make sure to subscribe to my channel before you leave so you don't miss any of my videos, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!